I don't know if it fixed it. It's definitely, I lowered the bitrate and my streaming encoder and quality. I hope it fixed the like fuzziness that you saw yesterday, but I think the encoding.
So I don't know what you mean.
Well, no, it's because Epic said that yesterday that I may need to fix up some settings. My bitrate probably wasn't what was doing it, but I did lower that and the encoder preset. Which, I understand that was a really bad preset I had. Yep, that did not fix crap. OBS is finicky. Sometimes it'll do it, sometimes it will not drop frames at all. And most of the time, my settings, I don't change them. Just because they're good for me. And why... Game! The game... What is going on? The game's keeping me in, like, a perpetual load screen. And these guys are, like... nearly costing me this useless money that I don't need. Like, you saw, goddamn, you saw how long that load screen was. Everyone else was moving. I could not move. That's, I don't know if that's my end. Or if that's PSO just being laggy as fuck. I even turned down PSO settings. That's sad that PSO hiccups. And that's PSO, that's not my end. Because everyone gets lag every now and then on this game. Look at that, I'm still waiting for this map to kick me out. What the actual hell? Everyone else got booted, except for me. Oh, that's so good. GG.
Booted.
No, when you beat the final boss on this boss rush, there's like no warp, and you have to wait a time limit, and it boots you back to the lobby or city. And everyone else got booted out before me because of my lag on my end.
Goddamn luck.
Sorry, guys. I hope you're all still here. It sucks. That really fucking sucks. Okay, yeah. It seems to stabilize a little bit. I just hope the quality is not bad. I can't... Usually I don't have fuzzy quality. Yeah, it is kind of fuzzy. That's okay. I usually have that, though, with Kingdom Hearts. Ugh. It happens to me all the time during my Kingdom Hearts. Whenever I got into a major boss fight, it got fuzzy. But that I can't control, though. Like, I never noticed that. No one ever said anything, so I never noticed. That's why I was grateful that you said that, Kyle. Yeah. Zzz. Go to sleep, whoever said that. I didn't pay attention who said that. That was in-game, not someone in chat or anything. Personally, I just hate dividing up streams, too. That really bothers me, because I don't like to download and edit and render videos together, because that takes so long for how long my streams are. And rendering takes up a lot of time and CPU usage. I wouldn't be able to stream during it. So no thanks. I'm good. So I'm gonna have 2 separate videos. That's fine. They're just gonna be the same title. All right, let's.
Maybe if you're able to, you could merge them. You can forge them together to make one big video.
Yeah, that's called. It's called editing it together. I would have to download it onto my desktop, put it into an editing program, and then just render it together without editing anything. Just raw footage.
Only for YouTube.
Just raw footage. Yeah, no, but nah. I don't edit anymore. I don't render and edit. That takes up too much of my time. That's why I stopped doing YouTube. And it's nah. I could be streaming instead of waiting for a video to finish rendering. Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah.
This is not the only time I've had videos do this or OBS fuck up. I've had several Dead Rising videos that I had to split, and I never melded them together. So nah, I'm good on that. While it doesn't look great to have raw footage, and some people do release edited streams, I don't have the patience to watch my own streams. And I'm by myself. Some streamers, they either have a group or like there's a group of them, so they usually have a set editor.
Or people talking on Discord like me.
Or talking on Discord like you, yes. Which is good for some extra conversations. Keeps me talking. Hello. Holy Hello. We have a level 197 and a 150 here. I do not feel all that weak now
Holy
anymore. Yeah, it's okay. My highest level was 193. My highest on console is 136. Still 3 levels.
Jesus Christ, I didn't realise the rubber racing had started. Oh.
Still 3 levels above me, and god dang, console grinding is so long though.
Oh look, Disney Castle there. You just can't visit it in this game. Like literally, as you're doing the race, you pass it. You can't
that's because in Birth by Sleep storyline, Mickey's not established as the king.
I know, but
no, that's what.
He is still.
No, he is, but he.
Though,
in that timeline, he isn't. He's still under apprenticeship of Yen Sid.
He's king. He's just not. He's not master, essentially. So we're talking about one game and another game on top of that. We might as well throw Helm.
It's okay. It's not that inconsistent. Kingdom Hearts is something I still do. It's just I gotta wait for Zero. I'm not gonna stream. Zero did give me the okay. If he doesn't make it in time for Kingdom Hearts 3, he did give me the okay to play that. I just don't really want to. I just wanted to do it with him.
Kingdom Hearts 3 is being released in November, for Pete's sake.
Wait.
Released on the 21st of November, I think.
Wait, this year? Wait. This year or next? This November or next November?
This November.
Huh.
They're in final stages apparently.
Finally. That game has been in development for like years.
I know, right?
Well, it better be good. Like every Kingdom Hearts game aside from Coded so far has been good. Coded is the only one that has ifs. God dang it, stream.
Hell, the only one that was what's it for me was
3582 was another bad one, but hey, Zero, hey. Speaking of Zero, he's in chat. Say hello to Omni. He's on Discord with me. Or Monix, sorry. I know you as Omni. I know you as Omni.
Change it up slightly, spice it up. I got turned into a nobody.
See, Zero even called you Omni. He's used to it. That's like I'm getting used to calling him Zero now. Which I might even do that in person. Which might be weird.
That might be a bit cray-cray.
My mind is a little
fighty bump.
By the way, Zero, your Sato dude. Our Satos are almost 200, my man. Your Satos are like 4 levels below mine, but still 174. Your Sato's almost 200, my dude. So once you return to PSO, my man, you'll have a level 200 150 power Sato mag, and it's blue. So by the time you return, you're gonna have a 150 power, which is the maximum this mag can have. 150 in one stat, and it has 45 dex, which is required. You need 45 dex. You level up dex to 45, then power to 45, and then you can choose to level up defense. Or, well, I don't know if defense, but it says you can choose to level up after you get the 45s, which brings your character up to 95, your mag to 95. Then you just raise up power to 49. Then you switch it over to a specific character with a specific ID, feed it one more Daimate to raise that power to 50, giving your mag at level 100 the Sato. Then you have the choice to level up another stat to 150. And I chose power. So you'll have some accuracy with it if you choose to give this to a ranger or a hunter. Either way, you're welcome. I have a third Sato that I'm not raising, because that's going to be for my backup, which is another ranger I made, which is how I even got these Satos to begin with. I also had to make a force to even get these Satos, so I made other characters with specific IDs to even get these. Man, it was a long... I did this over time when I was sick. If you were wondering why they're so high level, is because I did this over time. Whenever days I didn't work, or whatever days I had time after streams, I would like stay up till like 1 a.m. to feed these things, because I had no other free time. Either I worked and then I streamed most of the day. So that's why they're not 200 yet. But I've been feeding them on and off.
Hey, Zero. Zero's not here. On my thing, it says Zero just online. He's not on he's not in your stream.
He's in stream. He just said thank you to me.
I know, but it doesn't say. Like it says for Kenny watching Lil B0891. It says offline.
Yeah, that's finicky, dude. Like for me, sometimes I'm streaming and it'll say I'm watching somebody. Yeah, it's very finicky. OBS is like the other day. Like the other day, I had a few resubs, which they show now. I had a few resubs that did not show up, but the other day I had yesterday. 14 hours ago, Zero resubbed, and then 2 days ago, Epic resubbed, which they show up. But the other time that they resubbed, it didn't show, which is weird. Sometimes Streamlabs doesn't show me everything, either.
Oopsie, I accidentally used Zamset Sukin, but I didn't mean to, because I hit...
Farming PGF. Oh, by the way, I soloed Falls on Ultimate earlier.
But I would
He's a dick! Volupt is a dick. I need Scape Dolls to survive. I didn't get a red ring, sadly, for you. I'm still trying. I need at least a good 40 more levels, and I can probably solo Falls. But I did solo him earlier.
I'm taking a snapshot. Can you see this? It's all turned grey.
I also got me the purple ring and a black ring. Zero, if you don't know how to get the purple and black ring, all you do is do TTF on very hard and go for the maximum kills and the minimum kills with no deaths. I'll help you with that. If you want to get the black and purple ring, they're actually garbage rings. Oh god, no. They're actually garbage rings by the time you hit my level. But if you want them just for the sake of having them, we can do very hard next time we play again, and we'll go for the maximum and minimum kills for SS ranks on very hard, and you can also do it on ultimate, so you can get a total of 2 of those rings per character.
Yeah, do you see my
Discord?
No, not Discord. Oh, do you literally only see what's happening on Discord?
I don't know if you're talking about Discord.
Because do you see like? Did you see I had air joke? And do you see now that
it's hard for me to switch between screens because I need to be in OBS. I cannot have OBS open or Discord open because it'll cause more errors. I'm already having frame drops. I probably gotta lower one of my presets encoding settings again, which is fine. It's not that bad. It's bad if it starts to do it enough to where it progresses above 2%, which it's at right now, which is way worse than I normally get. Then I'll have to lower my encoder setting back to what it was, because I don't like the fuzzy screen. I have that and it bothers me, but I can't always fix it because of this reason. What is this link?
It is a picture of Twitch. Like literally, it says Zero's online, but he's
yeah.
Also, did you get the pictures of the Keyblades I sent you the other day on Discord?
In private chat? Because
Yeah.
I think I saw one.
Yeah, I sent a load. I have.
And that
I sent a load to Kenny.
you also sent me a recent thing saying you'll give me a lot of views, and then above that you posted a whatever file. I don't know what that was. I don't know what that was.
Yeah, that was a picture. I have no idea what that. It was meant to be a picture anyway.
Well, I downloaded it and I couldn't. It looked like a freaking. It looked like a hard drive.
I know, right? Like it didn't work for me.
Yeah, no, I was like, what the heck? It looked like a freaking hard drive file. Someone found. Oh, I already have that. I just found that earlier. The flowing sword that guy just found. Sweet. I'm not the only one who found one of those. Oh yeah, I forgot. I got S-Beats blades. Woo!
Zero's a ghost, and me and Kenny are vampires.
Zero's a ghost from Dark Souls 1. If you've played Dark Souls 1, there's a lot of people who were killed in a flood within the game's past events, and you fight off a lot of ghosts, and some of them are ghost moms with babies.
Ghost mom with baby.
Most of the ghosts that you fight are female ghosts, but just saying. Zero's a
Oh my god.
Zero's a Dark Souls ghost. Have a good rest of your day at work. See you later. I got a job fair tomorrow, so wish me luck on getting anything then.
Yeah.
Because Chick-fil-A can go pound salt. I work so hard for them and they freaking shaft me. Yeah. I was also sick. Do you expect my performance to not be perfect?
Yeah. Do you have high jump yet?
No, we do not.
I do.
Thank you. Yes, I did. You get it from Deep Space, yes. Yeah, I didn't know if you heard, Kyle. Like, my performance apparently was not up to standard, so they finally let me go after nearly 4 years. It kind of just came out of nowhere. I went into work Saturday, and they were like, "Hey, we got to talk to you." Boom, you're fired. Here, your performance was lacking, and blah, blah, blah. It's like, I've been sick this past nearly month. I'm sorry that this cold has lasted this long. I have not been feeling well. I've also been having issues sleeping because of this shitty schedule you had me on. I'm sorry that my performance suffered. But yeah, I was kind of like upset about it. Don't forget to bring a towel. Can it be high and talk to me? I just made a towel reference. 20.
Well, I'm now going to go quickly try and find a certain pole, as it's literally, it counts as an enemy, but not an enemy, so I can literally, because I'm dealing, so I can literally exhaust the dealing and such.
Ah, okay. That's alright, you'll find. Yes!
If only that was in KH2, then I would have, then Final Form would be level 7 by now.
Yeah. Thank you, Kyle. I know I will. I mean, the job was alright. It was... The hours I used to work was really good. I was making I was making nearly 1,000 per each check before, and then it dropped. Then they dropped me a couple of days, which dropped me about $200 to $300, which sucked balls. So yeah. Also, manager shifts, because one of our main managers at the time when I started had an affair, so like he had to leave, and then another manager took over, and she botched a lot of other people's hours up ever since. My old manager was very consistent with my hours, kept me at 6 days a week with the pay I had, and I was doing really good. Then ever since manager shift, things changed a lot, making a lot of people unhappy, and specifically a lot of other people lost their... A few other people actually got let go as well, so I'm not the only one. The only part is I made a few friends there, so I'm not going to be able to see them much unless I get a car and I'm able to hang with them. One of them specifically has got a baby, so he's going to be a busy man, but just sucks because I made a lot of friends there. Kids around my early 20s. There's a lot of youngins there that were cool too, but a lot of the people I worked with were close to my age. It sucks. I have one who's helping me trying to find a job, so he's very nice. What about Birth by Sleep? Sorry.
Like high jump, swear it literally, it's like glide, but a very very short version, not continued.
Yeah, and well, there's also glide.
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't got glide. Once I play again, it was meant to be. You'll realize you actually hated it. Oh, be honest. At first, I did enjoy it. For a few years, it was enjoyable. But to be honest, as the work progressed under this other manager, yes, it started to become terrible. Like the workplace and the environment just started to shift. And it also started to get, like, the heat finally started to start bothering me. Like, at first I had no issues with the heat, and then the heat started bothering me. So then I started to grow to hate it.
Breast and pepperoni.
The problem is, dude, I was very good with always being there on time. I've been late a few times, I mean, of course, but, like, Whenever people would call off and they asked me to cover them, I always did. I was always there on time, aside from the few days I wasn't, which was only 2 or 3 times. I called off sick a couple of times, like maybe, not exactly 2, but like maybe 4 or 5 times. I had to leave work because of being cold. I actually had a stomach bug one time, and I left a few times because of it, and that was it, though. Normally, I never was off. I was always there. The fact that you worked there 4 years is all you need. Yeah, exactly. Thank you, man. It's good to have... Where's this mono grinder? It's good to have someone personal to talk to about that. You and Tom it's good to know that I have you guys there to believe in me. You were the longest person.
You love me as well.
I'm not saying I don't. I'm just talking about Kyle and Tom because I know them personally. Out of
me too.
a lot. I know.
Discord,
I know. I do talk to you about that, and I probably was one of the longer working person there. A lot of the people who walked there older than me have either left and came back, or they go to school or whatever. I don't know, or they have other things. Like, so yeah, I was one of the longest ones there. I've been there for almost 4 years, and everyone else is either newer, because a lot of the kids I started working with were newer, and there's a lot of the kids I worked with when I first started, or either left, came back, left again, found an actual career. And there's a few people that left that actually went to go get their career. Like, one person went to go become a massage therapist or whatever. And then there's one person who went to go become part of the police force or whatever. So a lot of people did leave. And I was probably one of the only few original there. But of course, I don't know. I just feel like some of the managers or the higher-ups did not get along with me. I don't know why. I also can get kind of weird, like not weird, like I can get like whenever things get too stressful, I tend to freak out, which is not something I can really control, which is something that a lot of them probably did not agree with. But that's just how I get whenever things are just going haywire. But a lot of this time I was working under pressure, being sick, and in the heat. I cannot work under that condition. That just makes me slower and feel even worse. I literally had to step away from the fryer several times because of heat issues. This was a Saturday, a busy Saturday. I worked a night shift. Ugh. That was actually my longer night shift. It was my 12-hour shift. You need to find something with customer service. Yeah, I need to find something different, I do. It would help me in the long run for other work experience. Problem is I had issues finding jobs, so I don't have a lot of work experience. So that's makes it kind of hard. Now, I'm going to be... Hopefully this job fair works out. Then there's also apparently I think Home Depot near where my mom works that they're looking into or something that we're looking into. The job fair, I don't know what's out there. Warehouse job, yeah. I could have worked at UPS, but it was seasonal. A Macer beam? It was seasonal, and it's not worth it for that. I need a full-time. I would have taken it, but it would not be worth working there for seasonal. If it was full-time and I had all these awesome benefits, yeah, I would have. I know it's demanding work, and it's a lot of heavy lifting, which is no problem for me, up to, I don't know, a few hundred pounds at least. Because I was doing did quite a bit of heavy lifting with work. Not that demanding, but still.
Yeah.
A Macer beam, eh? Not sure if I have this weapon. Oh, no, I do. Bzzat! It's the zappy weapon.
Right, I'm going to leave the Discord chat now, but I'll still be in stream.
Alrighty then. This weapon shoots... My god, the frames in this game! This is PSO now.
Right. Going back to chat.
Do it. Ugh. This cough will not go away. I've taken so much cough and cold suppressant, like, you know, NyQuil, DayQuil, and all that, even other medication or other like cold cough crap, and it's not going away. Also, yes, my next job will be better. Yes, I hope. Even if I make the same amount of money, I just hope I work better hours. That would make the same amount of money again back, because I was the 6 days I was making good money, decent money. Not great, but it would have gotten me a car eventually if I would have kept those hours. The only reason I didn't get a car yet is because, well, my dad just, I guess he's just, I don't know. I guess whenever my dad just was hoping to help me with that, and every time I would ask, he just kind of blew it off. But sadly, I don't know much about cars and stuff, and I don't want to get ripped off and shit like that. I don't know. But yeah, like, I'm going to be putting down the entire payment on it. It's not like they're going to initially pay for it. That'd be all me. And then any bills I would pay on it would be all me, unless I like need some help with it. So that's also the good thing, is that I'd be buying my own car. It's just I just want someone there to help me understand what they're trying to sell me, so I don't get gypped or so some car salesman fucks me over. 'Cause I know nothing on cars, to be honest with you. Nor do I care to learn about cars enough to be a crazy car dude. I just care about to know how to take care of one. That's all that matters to me. I don't care to sit there and be like, oh my god, this car. Oh, I want this car. Or, you know, drive for Lyft. Ooh. That? Driving for that or Uber or other things sounds interesting. Or, you know, a truck job. I just, sadly, ooh. Alive? Akuh. Sadly, though, some of those jobs I saw actually required driving, driving work truck experience or whatever, and I don't have that. I also don't drive all that often, either. Which means I don't know roads very well. I know there's GPS. It's just issues with my parents never letting me drive ever. So I never really got good with streets. I know buildings and things. Sadly, that's depressing, I know. PGF plays, even though this doesn't drop from him, just in general. Oh, I'm invincible. I don't even need to stand still. We'll see. We'll get something. Whether it's a warehouse job or I work at a like Home Depot or something, which is something he actually mentioned to me earlier, which is a job that's actually apparently near where my mom works. Which actually, in the long run, that would be a lot better than Chick-fil-A right there. Hoi! Hi! Can we stop that, please? That hurts. Goodbye. By the way, this boss is in PSO2. I did not get the chance to fight him yesterday in PSO2 because I don't know if he's around for certain quest events or what. But I fought him before in PSO2. I actually saw one of my fellow PSO friends by the name of Overlord Roy Frost. He actually was streaming the other day, and I saw him fight him. And the area he was in is called the Floating Continent, which actually made this battle arena exactly just like it. They did a really good job on that. And also, the cool thing about him in PSO2 is you can crack off parts of his body part, like wings and stuff. I also love that about PSO2. You can crack off parts of enemy's body. I mean, yeah, I know you can crack off Roll's armor, but most bosses have crackable parts in PSO2 that actually stun them. Like the dragon I fought last night. If you guys want to see some PSO2, I can get on that after I play Bless. Which actually is going to be happening here shortly. So I got to get that game running. I actually didn't get a chance to. I slept most of the morning. Excuse me? Did that call actually not end? Oh no, I didn't leave it. Can we go? Yeah, bless me. Bless me. Oh, yeah, that's happening. I'll decide after that if it's worth doing it for more than one stream, which it probably will be from how good it looks so far. I just hope the game is not as bad to me as it is to other people. They've probably played it, the original version, and they probably didn't like what's going on in the the West versions, which makes sense because a lot of people are not happy with PSO2, but the game is still good. So I mean, if as long as the game plays the way it looks and feels like an awesome like RPG MMO that you can just like raid boss people with, that's something up my alley. I know Supply wanted me to try out WoW, and I can because I do have his stuff. It's just those kind of games never, like WoW just never attracted me. But then again, my parents were already paying for this, so I didn't have a way to play WoW either. I never had a computer to really do that on. That's also why, but WoW was just never a game I could get into. Final Fantasy 11 was another MMORPG I played, and that was a bigger MMO, a massive bigger MMO. That actually requires you to raid bosses. You can't like solo that game. And yeah, it was too much. I couldn't stick with it. That's another pay to play though. So I was like, I'm not gonna make my parents pay for this shit that I barely had fun with. So that's why I don't play Final Fantasy 14. Because I can't now. I don't have income anymore, but well, I do have unemployment. I actually did file for that. So that should be eventually coming in. So I do have some stuff coming. I also then got to go to my bank, withdraw or deposit some money I have from my backup account, and tell them to stop withdrawing money because I set up a second account where every check they would withdraw about $200. So 400 a month, 200 per check, 400 total every 2 checks every month into my backup account, which is like in case I need some extra rainy day funds, or if save up for maybe sending me to go to school again for other things, if or you know, maybe some car payments. I've just got a extra backup account that only I touch, because my mom does have access to my bank, and she does have access to some of my money if she needs it, and every month she withdraws money for bills and things. So my backup account is only I touch. She kind of no access to that, which is fine. Because I mean, I need to pay bills. I've been living here my whole life. Plus, also it helps too that the fact that my dad also lost his actual career because of bullshit. So he's kind of like working at a Giant, which is basically it's no different than a Walmart or a Walgreens. It's one of those like grocery stores. So he's doing it to make ends meet. Yes. But yeah, my dad also did have issues where with his job, he actually got pulled out to PA4. They let him go few years short of retirement, so he's working at a Giant, which is basically like a grocery store, to make some ends meet. So I'm also helping them out with that too. Ugh. But yeah, no, I try. They take my mom takes about a good 100 or 200 sometimes. It's fine. I have no problem. Anything I can do for my parents. They've been dealing with me for 28 years. Dealing with me not being able to find a goddamn job out in Illinois for where the damn darn. 'Cause no one cared to hire me and keep me long enough. I know I'm not great at a lot of things, but I tried. Damn, no way, you guys. Yeah, we moved out here. He moved out here, I think a year or two ahead of me. Moved us out here, worked at this place for probably like a good year, and then got let go. So he's been like, aside from not having this job, he's been out of a career for a good year and a half, a few years now, a couple years now, and we've been out here for about 5 years ish. I've been out here at least a couple years, 2 years, like a year and a half to 2 years before I even got the Chick-fil-A job to begin with. And I've been at Chick-fil-A for nearly 4 years. So yeah, about 6 years. Wow, it's time flies. Yeah, I was about 24, 23-ish, 24-ish when I moved here. Yeah, it's definitely been out here for some time. It is some huge bullshit. It really is. So like, that's also the main reason I'm trying to help them out too, is because I know he's trying to make ends meet. My mom is working at another hospital, and that's not exactly like a job that she can make enough money to make, keep them living their lifestyle. They still need some other income source, which my dad is making ends meet until he can retire. And then there's me. How do I donate to myself? Same way you guys donate to me, bud. The only reason I donated to myself is because when I first got my sub button, apparently people had issues with my donation link, so I tested it and it worked. So that's why you see me donate $5 to myself. It was a test. But yeah, you go to my page and you just click donate, and I type in how much money I wanted to add, and I put in $5. It's the same as you guys. Lyft drivers make great money. Yes. Honestly, if it comes down to that, I wouldn't mind. I would not mind. That's been mentioned to me from other people. Do you like truck driver job or Lyft? Yeah. I just gotta get better at driving. That's one of my worst fears right now, is just the fact that I don't drive all that much. I don't know roads very well. GPS would keep me fine. It's just, A lot of drivers out here are terrible too. That's also I'm afraid of. And I only drove to work, which is only like 10 minutes away from me, and like I dealt with a lot of bad drivers on the road already, and those aren't bad roads. Like, I go down some smaller side roads, but the roads here are terrible. Like, God, I walked home from Chick-fil-A once. Took me an hour. There's like some sidewalks, but then the sidewalks just randomly abruptly end at the grass, and then everywhere else is like bridges and like busy streets. I've almost got hit, and I'm walking in like this patch of dead grass, and I got all this crap sticking on my feet, and it's like, it's terrible. And walking in the grass walking in like a hilly grass, like highland or like farmland, is slower because it's not straight. Nothing is worse than the roads. Oh. I don't know too much about that, honestly. But some of the roads here, walking in Illinois, wasn't too bad. At least I can get around and not worry about getting hit by a car. Trying to walk home from my job at Chick-fil-A, God, no. I mean, you definitely can't... You can probably, like, skateboard on some small, like, streets, or if you have, like, a development like I do, but you definitely can't go everywhere on a skateboard like you could in some of the parts in Illinois where you could just skate to places because no sidewalks. If you skated on the sidewalks. Yeah, those 2-lane roads in Berwyn. Oh, God, yeah. Oh, yeah. And parking was atrocious. Not that I know anything about that shit. It's atrocious. Yeah, Illinois are the roads we lived near, and some of the busier stuff, yes, it was atrocious. I don't miss any of that, honestly. The train and all that, having to wait by the train to get across the tracks to get anywhere, and yeah, I definitely don't miss that. But just being around this area, just trying to walk places, you can't, because not only are a lot of places further away and it's more of a farmland than Illinois was, but it's just there's no sidewalks. Like, if you want to walk, you have to be in the street the whole time. Like, every time I see joggers, most of the time they do run in the street, but there's times when they don't. And there's no sidewalks for them. Bike riders, while they do ride in the street too, there's no there's no big enough lanes for them. They can't, like, usually there's dedicated lanes. Some of these roads are really small, and there's a lot of bad drivers that don't know how to do turn signals. Ugh. Really annoys me. You miss the snow? I don't. I still get some. I don't. I understand you've been living there, but personally, I hate the winter. While summer can be really unbearable too, It's just at least in the summer, I don't freaking like whenever it's too cold and I shiver, it hurts my rib cage. It like hurts my ribs and it hurts my body, like just aches from all the shivering. At least I don't got to deal with that in the summer. That's why I hate the winter. Is that it just makes me shiver and then it just aches my body. I don't know why. And no matter amounts of how much I dress in, I always still freeze. Well, get cold because whenever I'd go to work in the winter, and I would always bundle up and I'd still be cold. It sucks. Hey, I don't need the Macer Beam. Or the Derolé Shell. Or these. Right now, anyway. Ugh. I'm starting to get hungry. Sorry for the burping, because my stomach is empty. Fortunately, the most you need out here is a hoodie. Oh, here. See that? I love that. Hoodie weather's my favorite! And, sorry, what? Dude, the same thing happens to me when I shiver. I shiver way worse than people. Oh, God, yes. I've also had an issue where I get cold a lot. Just out of nowhere. I'm sure Greg does, too. Well, the Tahoe Mountains are only an hour away from me. That's true. Yeah, but hoodie weather's my favorite. I'm sure Greg gets that, too. But I get cold very easily. And it just aches my body and it hurts. And that's why I personally hate the cold. But also growing up in Illinois your whole life, you tend to hate the cold anyway. But if I do move out to Cali ever, like, I wouldn't mind dealing with nicer weather. I mean, it can get pretty chilly. When I was out there, it got pretty chilly in the mornings, which is nice. That's hoodie weather right there for you. Who needs money? I enjoyed it. The chillier weather in the mornings. It was nice. Walking around in t-shirts with you guys, like going up those mountains when we did before I had to go back and all that. That was awesome. Yeah, no reason to stay out there now. Yeah. No, not really. I mean, the only thing is really just my parents. I don't really have any major connections. I do have a few friends out here, but all my major connections are back home and you guys in Cali. His kids. Oh God. Yeah, all the kids that technically aren't his. The only one that my parents would need to watch would be Luke, but yeah. I'm sure he does need a break from all them. Ugh. Man, I remember Shiloh asking me my name every 5 seconds. I almost wanted to be like, okay, can you stop? I have issues with repetitive stuff. And when he kept asking me every 5 seconds, hey, what's your name? Hey, what's your name? Hey, it's like, when Greg finally told him to stop, I'm like, thank you. I felt so odd. I don't want to just keep repeating myself either. I understand. It's just that kind of stuff. Just is like, oh, please stop. Because I also had a kid who would come into Chick-fil-A every day, and I have a kid. My cousin has autism, and he's pretty severe. And just spilled some water. And this kid's autism was beyond hell. Like, he would freak out, scream, complain, I don't want to go home, and he was throwing around cups and stuff at school or at Chick-fil-A, not at school. I just spilled a little water on my keyboard, which is good. It's only a little bit, and it's on my touchpad. It's not that bad. I got a towel thingy in my hand. That's the first time I did that. I've never done that before. Never ever have I spilt liquid on my computer. It was a little bit, not enough to damage it. It probably could have gotten in here, but I wiped it away fast enough to where now it's actually gone. Whew. It was just the trackpad, which doesn't even matter to me. If it got onto my keyboard, it might have actually gotten in it and gotten worse. Yeah, no, I understand that. I'm not trying to say I was like trying to get mad at the kid for it. It's just that kind of stuff gets on my nerves though, like cuz there's this kid who at work who has severe autism and he was just like, "No, I want to get home." And he's throwing freaking food and cups everywhere and I'm just like God, please stop. But I can't. I can't do that. I also don't do that because I'm not a rude asshole. I have no problem with that. I don't have a problem with Luke when he starts to actually like get older and like you can actually understand him. I won't have a problem. I won't sit there and get angry or anything because I'm not a rude person. It's just it does get on my nerves though, repetitive things though. I can't control that. That's something that's just like a big pet peeve of mine and it's just like stop. But I won't say anything. I'll just be like, all right. I literally had to walk outside one time when this kid was freaking out at work. I'm like, I can't deal with you. That's understandable. The kid has very severe autism. Probably not as bad as my cousin, Chris, but bad enough to where he's can't live on his own. Also, he came into Chick-fil-A every goddamn day. Luke is my nephew's name. My brother's son. I have one nephew and one niece. As of right now. As of right now, until until Josh decides to have other kids and Greg decides to have another kid, which he's already dealing with one child and his woman's kids. And then my oldest brother doesn't have. I don't know if he has a girlfriend. He hasn't married, and he's the oldest, and he's 10 years older than me, so he doesn't have a kid. And then whenever I decide to get married, if a woman wants to put up with me to have a child. I'm in no rush right now. As long as I have one kid, that's fine with me. They have Luke in daycare so often, I wish your mom was there to watch. I know, my mom is so good with kids. Sadly, though, I had to be babysat too, though. So my parents worked too much and never was able to be home with me, so I had to be babysat for most of after school, but is well, if you're talking about Epic, he's also a parent. He can't exactly take care of more kids than he's already got to deal with. He's also a parent. He's got a family of his own too. He's just trying to help out my brother because he's got work and all these other. He's got a lot of other children that he helps take care of because his lady, plus his own child. It's just a lot of work for one man and one. Yes, yeah. That's why I don't think he can really just watch my nephew because he's got a family of his own. Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure he has. I'm pretty sure you probably babysat him a few times, maybe. But, yeah, see. Yeah, and then you got your daughter. At least Calvin's a little on his own with that high school stuff. He's got friends to hang out with. Your daughter's still a little younger. See, she's not in high school yet, so not quite hanging out on their own so much. Calvin's been around for a while, so. And I remember when he was a youngin', though. Yeah. Well, also that's true. His mom also. Yeah, that's right. You also have his mom to take care of that too. But yeah, I remember when Calvin was a little one. Shit, I remember when Maya was little, my niece. God, she grew up fast too. My goodness. She's a handful, though. She is a handful. Coming from a guy who doesn't have kids. Just watching her grow up, though, is like, wow, that she grew up fast. Rambunctious little girl. I do miss those days of being a hyper little kid, though. Yeah. Yeah. Ew. I hate when your pipe decides to shit in your mouth. Ugh. Alright. Any more... Did I miss out on any more PGF hunts? Nope. They're done now? Oh, thanks, guys. Oh. Well, alright. I guess it's time to try out Bless, then. Give me a moment, guys. I will switch over to Bless. I will stay on stream. I will actually keep the stream going to swap over. But then I will end it once it's going. I haven't started it yet, so I gotta get this going. Let's get Bless going. Also, the good thing about the PSO Blue Burst client is you don't actually have to quit, like in the console versions where you had to quit to save. So if you do get disconnected, or if you forget to like quit and save and just and closes, it's auto-save. So unlike console, I would never have to worry about losing anything. Oh yeah, everyone misses my mom. All my friends miss my parents, miss me and everything. Yeah, I miss you guys too. You're such a good... Yeah. Yeah, it would be nice to have you guys still around, but what can we do? Alright, let's see. Select language, English. Yeah, Dutch. Let's play in Dutch. Ooh, Europe and North America. Well, I'm sorry, I'm not in Europe. I am not from Europe. More? What's under more? I don't know. What's this? Oh, graphic settings. I don't know how this game looked pretty graphic heavy. Let's see. Brightness. I don't know. For right now, we can see how the graphic is at the settings I have it at. I just want to see how demanding this game is even to begin with. I can play games that change game. Oh yeah, I got to change. Well, I'm actually loading it. The reason I haven't stopped stream is because I want to see how long it takes to get going before I do swap game and swap titles. You guys can actually do that, I think. There's a command for the title thing, but I'll do that real quick. I just don't know how long this... games for the first time tend to be a while. I also reinstalled Cuphead. I'm playing Bless Online. It's an MMO that this guy told me about that's actually coming out here in the US. But this is actually early access right now. It's not the full thing. Bless Online. Who is this even made by? Bless Studio Corp. I never even heard of them. Oh, NeoWiz is Bless Studio Corp. Never even heard of them. I don't know if it's loading. Oh, it's okay. Yeah, see? It's loading all the maps now. This is why I wanted to stay on stream. But here, give me a moment. I'm going to stop, change up title, and come back.